The VCSELs, some of the VCSELs I would expect people to be interested in because there's some very interesting effects and some research that on the dynamics in VCSELs and pushing them to higher speed. That's coming through, which I think is quite new. I would expect gallium nitride lasers to attract quite a bit of attention, especially now that we're seeing the first of the vertical, the surface emitting lasers coming through. I think there'll be fair interest in mode lock lasers because there's such a diverse number of groups that have submitted papers for that. There seems to be quite a bit of interest in that. In the VCSEL area, there's a fair bit of work on improving the output beam and the output powers and controlling the beam and making sure it's good for coupling into fibres or whatever other application. In the quantum cascade lasers, there's a lot of work being carried out in them for the sensing applications, and we're now beginning to see them improve. The performance is coming up to higher and higher temperatures. What seems to be quite big consideration in the research this year, that's being reported this year, is taking the heat out, the heat removal and the structures and designing the structures to improve that. Gallium nitride lasers are important because it allows us to get really into the visible, and this is a wavelength that's been very difficult for us to obtain, and we are seeing blue emission, and there's work reporting green emission, or there is work towards emission in the green, but the big step that seems to have occurred in the last year is no longer just having edge emitting devices. They're now able to achieve surface emission of the light, which is being attained through both a traditional VCSEL type structure and through the use of photonic crystals in the cavity.